I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning. I'm Steve.
I'm Jaden.
And this is Chip's
Garage.
Garage. One of my all-time favorites, Steve, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got Jaden, of course, and this is Jaden's grandfather's car.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit just about the background, how you got it.
My grandfather got it about a year ago, I'd say. And whatchamacallit, we know it's an all matching numbers, 340
Nice.
Plymouth Cuda.
Yeah, 73.
1973.
Yeah.
73.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got what for a tranny?
It's got a 727 Torq Flight transmission with a 3-speed slab shaft.
Slap shift.
Slap shift,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then 8 3/4 rear end.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
And
323 is probably
right in
somewhere
there.
right in there.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
impressed that he knows the 727.
I know.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
really impressed that
I
he
know.
knows the 340.
How old are you? Do you mind telling
I'm 22.
us? 22.
I don't look like it, but I am.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
that's awesome. He's 22 and he's
Well, and here's what we're always saying, and his grandpa did it.
Thanks,
get
Grandpa.
them involved.
Definitely.
Teach them about
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
Now, what do you know what this color is called on it?
Don't quote me on it. I want to say it's like I would say maybe a lemon yellow.
Okay.
Oh,
I
they
could
made
be
like
wrong.
a lemon twist, and didn't
Something
they
like
make a
lemon
banana?
twist.
A banana?
Okay.
Yeah, lemon something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you ran the numbers down. It was originally black, huh?
Yes, because one of the numbers on the VIN, I believe, I think TX9. It translates to black. So
Okay.
I think we believe this was like originally black
Right.
when it came from the factory.
Again, I'm impressed he knows that.
Yeah.
Right?
I am too.
Awesome. Keep it going. Let's talk
Definitely.
about, and you pointed it out, Steve, the hockey stripe.
Yeah. Hockey puck stripe.
Yeah, hockey puck stripe.
It was 340. Then they had what, the 440? They had either 340 or 440.
Or 383.
383. And then
Yeah.
on the side, I think they put Hemi, didn't they? Some of them had the black
Yeah,
hair.
if it came with the Hemi.
Yep.
But I don't know if the Hemi came out in 73.
No, I don't think. I think
Wow.
they're way detuned.
Yeah.
No, our viewers can tell us. I think about 71 or maybe 72 is the last of
Yeah.
them.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
71 or 72 was the last.
Right.
Right.
And
Well, go ahead,
No,
go
no. Okay.
Cuda is arguably the most popular Mopar of all time.
Yes.
I mean, I say that. I love all the
Me too,
Mopars. I got
me
a
too, yeah,
GTX,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But I mean, the Cuda is just hard to beat. Now, do you know the difference between a Barracuda and a Cuda?
The Cuda, as far as my knowledge goes, the Cuda is supposed to be the high performance version of the Barracuda.
Yeah.
And I think the Cuda, at least for this year, like it had the 340, which I think was exclusive to just the Cuda, not the
Okay.
Barracuda model.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I have a different thought now. This young man has got it.
A lot of people are confused because they
Yeah.
think the Cuda and the Barracuda
Yeah,
are
yeah,
the same,
yeah,
and they're not.
At first, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But then me and my grandfather, we were watching a video one day, and this guy he said, "Mind you, this is a real Cuda." And we're like, "What? What the heck?" Because I always thought it was just like some people just said like a nickname for it. But no, when we looked into it, no, the Cuda is actually just like its own model.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's point out some other things. Go ahead.
Craigers. Everybody threw the tire rims away and got Craigers.
Crager SS.
Mickey
way.
Thompson tires. That was
Sportsman.
a Crager and a Mickey Thompson. You were the king, man, on the street.
And notice under here you got what you call your slapper bars or your
Right.
traction bars, which is very old school. Very,
Some of the
very
original
cool.
ones are worth quite a bit of money now.
Oh, absolutely. And let's look up under the back here. So
Okay.
here's where we're going from.
You got the black valance panel. It says CUDA.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is so cool.
You got I always love the exhaust coming out of there. It doesn't hang down. It didn't, it just exhaust.
Yeah, and it comes right out of
the valance.
Yeah, it's just
Or valance.
beautiful.
Yep.
You got your little bumperettes, right? Which aren't terrible on this
No, I
one.
like this one. But
Yeah.
the last car we had, at 73, they put the big ones on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the spoiler is called the Gull Wing.
Gull wing.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gull Wing spoiler on
Okay.
the back of it.
Goldwing or Gullwing?
Gull.
Gull.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody knows.
Gull.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, and maybe show underneath there because we can see the 8 3/4 rear end.
Now this was a bulletproof combination. 340 automatic and the 8 3/4 were bulletproof.
Absolutely.
It's just like a 350 turbo 400 and the 12 bolt. Like in a GM.
You're right.
They're bulletproof.
You're absolutely
You know?
right. And we all know these 340s, even in 73, the horsepower was going down. We
Yeah.
all know that. But they surprised people, these 340s.
Yeah.
They would beat a lot
High
of big
winding.
blocks, high winding.
Well,
Absolutely.
I got a story. I had a 69 GTSR original. It said $3,000 for $6,000. That meant $3,000 for 6,000 RPM.
That
That
there
was
you
their
go.
claim to fame ad, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it sold tons of them. But a guy told me, a Mopar guy told me that they made 340s for cars only. No trucks, buses,
That's right.
you know, no taxi cabs. A 340 was the race.
It was a high performance engine. That's
And
what it
I
was.
believe them.
Again, look at the door handles. They're flush to it, and this
Mhm.
just pops out. Very, very cool. Do you mind if we open
Oh,
it?
absolutely. You can open it.
Yeah,
Now-
let's take a look at the inside there and point some
beautiful.
stuff out, Steve.
Beautiful. Look at the seats. They always fit nice. They put these here. They start putting these in for whiplash, you know, the higher buckets back then. Remember, they start coming out more and more with this. Now, the other car we had, the other Challenger. We had the Challenger last week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had the same here. Everything was the same, but it didn't have this. And this is rare to see a remote like this on the driver or passenger side.
It is.
But look how clean it is.
Yeah.
Look how
Well, and some viewers don't know this adjusts your mirror.
yeah,
This
and that's
is for your-
rare to see that.
Yeah, and you pointed out here's your
There's a lock,
locks.
yeah,
and
then
here's your door
streamline.
handle. Yeah.
And you look in here, and you had a relatively quite a bit of room in the back.
No.
I mean, for small.
No, it was terrible. The back seat was terrible.
Oh
There was-
yeah, but
There wasn't a lot of room there. It was a sports car. It was
Sports
a muscle car. If
now
you
they did add on air. You can see put on add on air. There's nothing wrong with putting add on air. You know, we live in Florida. You know, it's not going to hurt the value unless it's a 100-point car.
and point out the slapstick shifter there
Right
because
here,
that's a little
right here.
unusual.
You
and
can see it,
high-performance.
and right there, it was. You could slapstick it and hit it back and forth
Right.
as like a race car.
Yeah, and then on the gauges, point out up there on the dash.
over
It's
there.
got the tach. It's got the 150 mile an hour speedometer. It's got the clock. And that's a pretty rare setup to have all that.
And see it in a car, a 340 car. You can see it here with the wood grain. He put a modern radio in it. I always like this. This is always cool. It was something different right here. But as you look here, it's just very sporty, this car. It redlined at 5,500. It could go much more than that. I could probably push $6,000 this car. But being a very nice, clean, older car, older restoration, the interior is just perfect in this. You can always see the pedals aren't wore out. I always look at that. They aren't wore out. The car is really nice. I'd take it.
I mean, matching numbers, just unbelievable,
numbers.
buddy. This is now. Are you hitting pops up to try to get this one day?
Yeah, for him or my uncle one day, you know.
Well, let's take a look at here, the
Yeah.
front, how it's just, if you look at mine, my 2015 and this, there's so many similarities. You know,
Absolutely.
and that's why that's why I bought it, you know.
Yeah.
Can we open the hood?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, before
Okay.
we do it, I just
All right.
always like to. It's called a Cuda,
Okay.
of course,
Cuda.
right? And look at the aggressiveness
Yeah.
and the cuts in the front end, which I even underneath
Fog
here,
lights.
right? It's just
Or
unbelievable.
is that signal? No, it's fog lights.
I mean, that's a mean looking
Yeah, it
sort
is.
of angry fish front
does.
end,
Yeah,
right?
it's
I
it.
love it.
Yeah.
Whenever you see it like coming down the road, it just screams, "Get out the way!"
Yeah, and the
All right.
hood scoops. And look at all the custom detail that they did back in the day.
I love the hood pins.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
beautiful.
Nice.
Then the
let's-
scoops, the
yeah.
beautiful scoops.
Yeah,
the
let's go ahead
340.
and open the hood and see what we got going on.
Oh, there
Wow,
we go. 340.
340. Original 4-barrel. See, they put the
Yes.
add-on air, which doesn't look bulky. It looks pretty decent. Nothing looks really bulky. And transmission cooler. We got the 340 valve covers. What's that? The Holly. It's got power brakes.
But you
It's got power
notice the
steerings.
Holly, it does have the Cuda 340 engraved into
Yeah,
the
I saw
valve
that. I
covers,
saw
which is
that.
a nice touch.
Well, I see a power steering cooler on here too. So that was another option,
Oh, yeah.
you know, on that. So that was good. That means that they built it for a little bit more high performance. And you got I said the transmission cooler, they put that on
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that. Headers on it.
And buddy, tell us, because we were talking about this earlier, about this and the importance of it.
It's basically this is like the VIN, so it tells you all the important information. Like it'll tell you about the like the color code that the car was originally painted, where it was from, which we believe was from Hamtramck, Michigan, the assembly plant.
Yeah, and so this is called the fender tag, and a lot of them get misplaced. Either they were lost, and I think most of them were stolen
Yeah, stolen.
during
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah.
So very cool that you have that.
That's great that you have that. Adds so much more value
Oh,
to me.
absolutely.
I know.
Right. Yeah, it's got power brakes, power steering, all nice stuff.
Nice
and
original.
and that would have been the original color, right, of the block?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's close.
Like a turquoise
yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, a lot of people try to make fun and say it was sort of like the Pontiac, but the Pontiac color was actually a little lighter turquoise.
I think so. Right.
so.
But this car. It's not real cheap, but it's more inexpensive than your GTX or Superbirds.
Oh yeah,
but you can still get in this at a great price.
Absolutely.
You know, this is a perfect car to drive, have fun, keep it clean, and
keep it original.
Keep it original.
Again, numbers matching. Look at all the numbers on the radiator, and
this,
I mean,
right there. See it?
Yeah,
The
unbelievably
Chrysler.
cool.
Yep.
I love this car. Well, buddy, can you start it up for us?
Absolutely.
Let's hear what we got going on here.
We're just so excited.
My favorite part.
22-year-old knows all this stuff.
I know.
I got to go home and tell my grandkids start studying up.
Hang on.
You know, first thing you can hear that Mopar starter, right? Yeah. Wow.
You got beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You got a Cuda with a dolphin starter sound.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit the throttle a little bit. Let the viewers hear it out back there.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, that sounds so good, buddy.
Very nice.
Very nice.
It is.
Hey, anytime I go cruising, come pick me up.
You can cut it off. You can shut it off.
Oh, beautiful.
They run
Yeah.
nice. It drives really good.
Yeah, and Grandpa lets you drive it, you said, right?
It does.
Yeah, how often do you get to drive it?
I actually get to drive often. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes we'll go to like the store, grocery store with it.
Yeah,
And
by
stuff.
yourself.
Well, they go with me. but
Okay,
sometimes-
okay, yeah.
Sometimes.
That's
you know?
good.
Yeah.
Definitely. I even drove it to work once. We had like a meeting outside that took place, and me, of course, I wanted to, make an entrance. So of course, I asked him if he let me use it, and we did. We took it over there, and
so you have all the chicks try to pick you up when you drive it?
Hey.
Definitely.
I don't want my grandson to see this video. He's going on 14. He wants my Camaro, so
There you
I'll
go.
delete
There you
this
go.
one. He won't see this one because he'll want to drive it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're running out of time, guys.
Yes, we're running
I'm
out of time.
Chip,
I'm Steve.
I'm Jaden.
and this is
Chip's
Garage. See you,
Yeah,
buddy.
thanks for
Beautiful,
coming.
man. Thank
All right.
you.